Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do now is something that you should not try at home. This is risky business. I'm going to do a live broadcast here this morning, and I'm going to uh, produce dissertations on each element, each definition, each nuance of love that our apostle describes in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. This is going to be like one of those association games where you look at the word and then the first thing that comes to your mind, it pops out. I'm going to do that right now on one of the most important, one of the deepest. That's the thing. This is one of the deepest topics ever. Love. And I'm risking this. I'm risking everything to just off the top of my head tell you what love is via Paul. Yes. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a trained professional. Don't try this at home. Here we go. I haven't looked at these ahead of time. Okay? So you know. Okay, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. Love is patient. Love is patient. You know how women are famous for being in the bathroom for a long time? Like at a restaurant and then are even at home, and men are outside the door and they're tapping their fingers like this. Well, actually that is being patient. Not being patient would be just going through the door, saying, "Get out of there." See, yelling at someone to hurry up, let's go, come on. I mean, there's a time for excuse me, but could we facilitate a more timely approach to these proceedings? See, you can be nice, but it just, love waits. Love waits a reasonable amount of time. Now, folks, what is really called upon us is to be patient with God, because many of us think that God should have sent his son a long time ago. It's overdue. I've said many times that, God, you missed your cue. This would have been a perfect time to send your son to take the body of Christ out of here. But we must be patient with each other and be patient with God. Okay, next, love is patient. What else is it? Love is kind. Yes, love returns a soft answer. Oh, this reminds me of my dad. He used to work at a car dealership. And he used to say that whenever a customer came in and was angry, and they started to say, well, I want this on this car, I want this on that car, why don't you do this, why don't you do that, I need better interest rates, blah, 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 blah. My dad said, I would return with a soft answer. This is from a man who didn't even know the scriptures, my dad, right? He said, I find, son, he was telling me this one day we were playing ping pong. He said, I find that when I respond to this aggravated person in a soft tone, then they eventually dial their tone back, and then everyone's at peace. This is kindness. This is being kind to someone. It's just like considering their feelings. So that's not so hard. These things are famous for being really, really difficult, but they're not. These things are easy. Okay, love is kind. Love is not jealous. Oh boy, there it is. Jealousy is the main emotion that killed Jesus Christ. It is. Jealousy killed Christ. Because, see, the priesthood wanted the people for themselves. They were hogs. They were people hogs. And Jesus Christ was coming and taking their people away. Why? Because our Lord had a message of peace and life and happiness and fun. And he was drinking wine. And he was hanging out with the rough crowd, the outsiders. And people were free to ask questions. And it was just great. But you see, the guys who ran the church, their services were long and boring, and they were just out for money and out to look good in front of everybody. But so they were jealous. Jealousy requires three parties. Three parties. Yeah, no, we're not talking about envy. Envy only requires two parties. Like you want something that somebody else has. But jealousy is you're upset at a third party who is taking away the object of your affection. And it's like the object of your affection is getting happiness aside from you. Love doesn't do that. Love wants the person you love to be happy, even if their happiness comes from some other source other than you. I'm sorry, but you're not the be-all, end-all of someone else's joy and happiness. It's like trying to like monopolize their affection. And if they get happiness from anything else, even the sun, if they go to the beach and they come back and they say, oh, I love the sun, then you get pissed off at the sun. Yeah, that sun took my lover away. Okay, you get the point. What's next? Love is not jealous. That's not what love does. Now, hang on here. A breeze blew my page away. Love is not jealous. Love is not bragging. Okay, this is commonly misunderstood. Bragging is not refraining from telling someone your accomplishments. For instance, like, I just ran a mile today in under 4 minutes. That's not bragging. It's telling somebody what you did. Or, I won a Medal of Honor in World War I. Yeah, it's not bragging. Is that bragging? It's not bragging if you can do it and if you did it. Bragging, this is me, but I think I'm correct here, is attributing the source of the accomplishment to yourself. Like, oh, I did this. Nebuchadnezzar on the wall of Babylon. I built this city by the power of my strength. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. Not recognizing the source. You see, when somebody recognizes that all that they have comes from God, then it kind of takes the edge off, and you can just tell when they recite their accomplishments, they're not taking a personal, like I'm the source of everything in my life. Oh, I ran a 4-minute mile. See, that's all how you say it. You say, oh, I ran a 4-minute mile. Or, guess what I did this morning? I ran a 4-minute mile. That ain't bragging. Okay, next. Love is not bragging. Love is not puffed up. Puffed up. You ever seen those puffer fish? They puff up. Love is just like, love doesn't go like this. When somebody starts to tell you something and they start this way, forget it. And they got this kind of facial expression. No. Just stay cool. Some animals, they puff up in order to intimidate their opponents. They do. They puff up with air. It's all fake. It's phony. Okay? Love doesn't do that. It's kind of related to love is not bragging. Love is not a puffer fish. I mean, puffed up. It is not indecent. Indecent. Let me see. Love is polite. Do you remember that? Who was it? Emily Post used to have a list of manners or etiquette. Love does not. Oh, okay. Love does not get a meal put in front of it and then hovers over it and then eats it like a lion devouring a zebra. I know someone. I'm not going to mention names. But every time this person was served food, they just ignored everybody else and just scarfed the food. Yeah, it's just like a lion eating an ibex. Yeah, it's horrible. That's indecent. I suppose running around naked through the city where public nudity is disallowed. I mean, if there's a city where you're allowed to run around naked, that's not indecent, but it's respecting the etiquette and the manners of other people. Don't make a pig of yourself or a fool of yourself. Just be cool, be calm. That's not, okay, yeah, that's not love. Love is not indecent. Love is not self-seeking. This is a big one. I mean, in a way, we all seek our own satisfaction, even when we do something for someone else. We're kind of, it makes us feel good, see, so you can't get out of it. I mean, everybody does what makes them feel good, even if it's sacrificing for others. Oh, I sacrificed for another person. Did it make you feel good? Of course. Then you're doing it for yourself. But let's just look at this in a broad way. It always relieves me from depression when I think about doing something for someone else. This is an easy one. Love does not constantly try to fill itself up as if you're the most important thing in the world. You're not. Sorry, Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, love is not self-seeking. It's not incensed. These are people with a hair trigger anger. It's like, what? Yeah, they're incensed. It's like there's nothing wrong with righteous anger or righteous indignation, but some people, their fuse is this short. You know, in the movies where you see a fuse leading up to a bomb and it goes, and it takes about a minute to get to the bomb, and it's exciting. These people have a fuse that goes like this. Boom. That's their fuse. They're incensed. Everything offends them. They're professional. They're professional seekers of that which offends. Professional seekers of that which offends. You figure out the acronym. All right. Love is not incensed. We're almost done here. Love is not taking account of evil. This is a tough one. Love is not taking an account of evil. You're like a duck where the water just goes down the back. It's like people do evil things to you, and you just like you let it slide. Our way of saying this would be let it slide, let it slide. Don't get too upset about it. Um, you don't make a list of all the bad things people have done you. Well, this guy did this. Like a grocery list. Some people have a grocery list of grievances. Yeah, and they just add to the list constantly, taking account of evil. It eats you up alive. It eats you alive when you continually think of how people have screwed you. They might have screwed you, but try to let it fall off. Love is not taking account of evil. It's not rejoicing in injustice. See, the Christians think that they are so noble, so pure. They're not rejoicing in injustice. That is a wrong done to someone else. And yet these people are the champions of eternal torment. How unjust can you get that God would eternally punish someone for not believing in him? That's unjust. Yet the Christians love that. Oh, they love it. They claim not to. No, we're very sorry that the doctrine of eternal torment is in the scriptures. It's not. We're very sorry, but, well, it is what it is. We wish it weren't so. Oh, bullcrap. You are glad that you think it's so, but it's not. Talk about injustice. We should want things to be fair. And if the Spirit of God is in our heart, then we want people to get what's coming to them. Yeah, good and bad, but reasonable and justly. I think we're almost done here. It is not rejoicing together. It is rejoicing together with the truth. Love, when it hears the truth, it likes it. It highlights it. It says, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And then it promotes the truth above all else. That's what I do for a living. I promote the truth of the scriptures. I rejoice in it. Even if it kind of makes me little, The truth is that, God is operating all things in accord with the counsel of his own will. Not mine, it's his. I rejoice in that. Even if it makes me small. Truth is truth, and it's not about my personal opinion. It's not about my personal feelings. Love does that. Rejoicing together with the truth is foregoing all, believing all, expecting all. These are tougher things. Foregoing all, believing all, expecting all, and enduring all. I think I'm going to save these for tomorrow because these are heavy hitters. And a lot of these things I can't apply to humans. I can't apply to other people. So this is trickier. And because it's trickier, I'm going to attack this tomorrow. We'll do the same game, the same spontaneous outpouring of wisdom and knowledge that comes from my brain. See, that's not bragging. God gave it to me. What do you have that you did not obtain? I don't have anything that God didn't give to me. And as it comes to me, I'll bring it to you.